Hello and welcome, Essex County College family. We hope that you are doing well during this time. This is the Virtual Cafe powered by Student Life and Activities. Today's episode, number 51, is Are You Cyber Secure? And what do we mean by that? We mean your virtual identity, okay? That is all your personal information, your bank information, your social security number, even your email. There's a lot of stuff that we need to protect online. And it's not that we're foolish, but sometimes we just are unaware and not educated about some of these factors. And then things happen to our identity, our credit, and our money without us knowing. So the purpose of today's program is to show you, remind you of a couple tips that'll help keep your identity safe when you're out there on the web buying all that stuff for the Christmas season coming up. Let's jump right into it. All right, so today we are using PCMag, that is my trusted brand of choices knowledge, on the 10 essential steps for protecting your identity online. Let's check out number one. Number one, shred. Never discard or recycle bank statements, bills, or any document that contains your personal information. Invest in a home document shredder and use it, or use your own hands. Take a piece of paper, fold it, shred it. Put those papers together, fold them, shred them, just rip them in half. It's really hard for someone going through garbage to have to put together all these pieces of paper to try and get your social security or your credit card number or all that good stuff. Number two, secure your documents. You don't need constant access to important documents like birth certificates, tax returns, social security cards, and so on. You can keep those in the safe. Personally, me, I keep mine in a locked filing cabinet. I'm the only person that can get to it, right? So that's your birth certificate, your social security card, anything you've purchased that is really expensive that you have receipts to. You want to keep these things locked up. You don't want anybody else to be able to get them, right? Because what happens if someone steals your stuff and they steal your receipt? They don't even have to worry about getting rid of that merchandise another way. They can just go return it to the store. So watch your receipts too. Number three, power up your passwords. It's true that a breach at any secure site could conceivably reveal your login credentials to thieves, but you can minimize the damage by using a different strong password for every secure site. Now, I know that it's a pain in the butt to have to memorize a bunch of passwords. I totally understand it. I can't memorize all my passwords either. So write them down. Do not write them down electronically. Do not put them in your phone. Write them down on a small piece of paper that you maybe keep in your wallet or purse or your pocket or somewhere safe. But again, you don't want to keep all of your online passwords in like a text document online in your Google Docs or on your desktop. That's a little bit safer, but still I advise against that. Number four, mum's the word. You do have to provide personal information when you want certain things. For example, a mortgage, a new insurance account, credit cards, stuff like that. At that time, though, you've initiated the process and you're verified you're dealing with a legitimate company. When a company contacts you asking for personal info, whether by snail mail, email, or phone, zip that lip. If you feel the contact might be legitimate, ask for a way to contact them after you've done some investigating. You don't owe anybody any explanation or answers on the phone immediately. You can simply say, I need to do some research on this matter. Is there a number that I can contact you back at if you feel the company is legitimate? Number five, don't be fooled. It's nice to get help from tech support for any computer problems you may have. Don't be fooled, though. By supposed tech support agents who contact you by the phone, they may claim that your computer is sending out viruses, and they may claim that they need to clean it or you're going to be in deep trouble. They'll come up with anything crazy to tell you, but eventually they will start asking for your passwords or remote access to your computer because essentially they are powerless without this information. So if someone is calling you and asking you for information that they should have on their end already, that is a good sign that you're dealing with fraud or that you're dealing with someone who is trying to scam you or phish you for your account information and your passwords. Number six, Lock your phone. I'm sure all of you do this already, but that smartphone in your pocket is an identity thief's dream. It has your email, your instant messaging, your social media, and all of your apps, your Venmo, your Cash App, which has your checking account and routing number in it. You absolutely must use a strong authentication method to lock the phone. A 4-digit PIN was good 10 years ago. Got to keep up with the hackers. A 4-digit PIN is simply not enough layers of security between you and a thief. So maybe your best bet is biometric authentication, like a thumbprint or facial recognition software on your phone. I know most phones have this now, but you definitely want to go above the 4-digit passcode. You want as many digits in that passcode as possible. The more digits it is, the harder it is for your hacker to take your information. Phishing is no fun. Getting a data stealing Trojan virus installed on millions of computers is hard work. It's much easier to simply trick victims into giving away their credentials, right? So 10, 20, 25 years ago, Trojan horse viruses were the downfall of the personal computer when it first came out to homes. We're way past that. It's decades later. Okay. You don't even need to do a Trojan horse to really take someone's information. You can just trick them into giving it to you by phone, by email, by a lot of different methods. Phishing websites mimic banking and other sensitive sites in hopes that some poor sap will enter his username and password. Have to be very, very aware of fake looking websites. Sometimes you'll click on a link and it looks just like Facebook. But yet when you look up in the URL area where I'm showing you on the screen up here, it might not say facebook.com. It may say something else. And you're saying, wait, this looks just like Facebook. X, delete. This is not Facebook. This is how they scam you. They might try to get you to log into Facebook again at that page. If you're logging into a site that looks like Facebook and it doesn't say facebook.com/something or other, you're basically giving them your password and log information to do with as they choose. So always be aware of where you actually are on the internet. Number 8, install protection. Every PC and laptop needs a powerful antivirus or even an entire security suite. A few security suites include anti-theft protection for laptops. There are also standalone utilities that can lock down a list or stolen laptop and even help recover it, with location services. Same thing with your phones. Always keep those on. So in case something happens to your phone, we can at least track it up to where they may turn location services off, but at least you have that up until then. Don't stop there. Install a virtual private network or a VPN as well. Your local security software protects your data on your own devices, while the VPN protects it as it travels the internet. Very, very important. Once it leaves your hands, it still needs protection. Using a VPN also serves to hide your personal IP address, thereby preventing websites from identifying your location based on that address. That's how they find out where you are. You don't have a VPN installed that is protecting your location. Number 9, avoid oversharing. This is crucial. Sharing your posts and pictures with your circle of social media friends is fun, but you might be sharing with identity thieves if you're not careful. It's very important to correctly secure your social media. Check your privacy settings from time to time, as these things can change, and social media services are fond of making changes without even telling you, or telling you in a very weird and discreet way that may not be noticeable at first that things have changed behind the scenes. Yeah, so you don't want to share way too much. I know we all like to post everything we do and where we go and what we ate. This just gives hackers information about us and where we are and what we're doing and where we're spending our money. It will be easier for them to identify where to hack, who to hack, and what to hack once they know where you're spending your money and where you are. And lastly, get free credit reports, okay? I can't stress this enough. You're eligible for one free credit report per year from the big 3 credit agencies. You can sign up for reports from TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian at annualcreditreport.com. The Equifax breach exposed personal data for over 143 million Americans. That was bad, but they are still one of the big 3 credit reports. The company is still in business, and the trick is they can sometimes spot these instances, and they can, if you apply for the credit report, they can make you aware of this stuff. So there may be some attempts against your identity and some loans that were taken out in your name, or your credit card number was stolen, and only small purchases were made and not enough to alert you, so you have no idea that it's been happening. If you get your credit report, you'll be able to see all these things that have maybe potentially brought your credit rating down, or a large purchase that has affected your credit rating that you didn't make. You will discover these things on your credit report. So it's always a good idea to, every couple of months, don't get all three at once, but apply for one of them every couple of months so you can get an idea of your credit rating, which is good to do for all the next steps you're about to take in your life anyway. But it's definitely good to check to see if your identity has been compromised. I hope you and your families are doing well during this time. We will catch you next time. Take care.